Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
We're learning Mishnah Beitza, Parak Beis, Chapter 2, Mishnah Beis, Mishnah 2. So, an introduction. A person is obligated to immerse himself and his utensils in a mikveh before Yontif, so that he and his utensils will be tar on Yontif. Okay, before Yontif, at least in times of the Beis HaMikdash, a person was obligated to purify himself. Why is that? Because there's a mitzvah for every man to appear at the in the Beis HaMikdash on the Shalosh Regalim, on Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot. He has to eat meat of a carbon, and he needs to eat that meat in utensils that are pure. So, if you are impure, whichever way you become tamei, whichever way you become what we call ritually impure, you're not going to be able to do any of those things. Or if your utensils are impure, you can't use them for truma or for karbanos, for sacrificial meat. So therefore, before these holidays, a person is obligated to purify himself. Now, in order to allow him to do the mitzvahs he needs to do, like I said before, if he's impure, he can go to the Beis HaMikdash. If he's impure, he cannot eat from the meat of a carbon. So therefore, he's got to go to a mikvah to purify himself. Now, the Mishnah is going to be, what happens if Erev Yontif is on Shabbos? Okay, if Erev Yontif is on Shabbos. So Chalu Yais Achara Shabbos. If Yontif fell out after Shabbos, and again referring to either Pesach, Shavuos, or Sukkot, Beis Shammai Oimrim, Beis Shammai say, Matbil Nes HaKarban Lefnei HaShabbos. You have to put everything into the mikvah from before Shabbos. There is no purifying yourself from in the mikvah on Shabbos. Whether it be yourself, according to Beis Shammai, whether it be your utensils, you cannot do any of that immersing on Shabbos. It's got to be done from before Shabbos. Beis Hillel say, Kelim Lefnei Shabbos. The vessels you do before Shabbos, but Adam b'Shabbos. But a person can go to the mikvah on Shabbos itself. So what's the issue here? What's the issue about going to the mikvah on Shabbos? At least from the point of the Mishnah discussion. And the explanation is that immersing people and utensils are going to be usher on Shabbos is because before you enter the mikveh, let's just talk about a utensil for a second. You have a utensil, it's tamei. It was not usable to hold carbon meat or to hold truma. You put it in the mikveh, now it's usable. That's like fixing it. You're not actually fixing it. There's no physical fixing to it. However, the fact that you now make it usable in a way that it wasn't usable before resembles fixing a utensil. And therefore, the Chachamim said, you can't do it. You can't do it. And the same thing, the person. He couldn't eat from the meat, couldn't go into the Beis HaMikdash. Now he could. It also resembles fixing a utensil. And therefore, there is a prohibition to do so. So Beis Shammai say, because of that issue, both people and both utensils cannot be immersed in the mikvah on Shabbos. It has to be done before Shabbos. But Beis Hillel say, well, when it comes to utensils, he agrees to Beis Shammai. That has to be done before Shabbos. But a person can be done on Shabbos. Why? Because Beis Hillel say, when a person immerses himself, this is going to read to you from the way they explained it here in the notes, he appears to be merely cooling off or enjoying a bath and not making himself tahor. Now, I'm going to add that, the times of the Mishnah, where a mikvah was something, it was an outdoor pool. It may have had steps you went down through. There was certain privacy there, but it wasn't like it was an outdoor pond of water, a pool of water. And apparently there were times when people would just kind of go in there to cool off. And therefore, if you use the mikvah on Shabbos, right, it may not be that you're doing it for the purposes of purifying yourself, or it doesn't have to be that if a person sees you doing it, they don't necessarily have to assume that you're doing it to make yourself pure, but just doing it to cool off, meaning you're not doing it to fix anything. And therefore, since going to the mikvah could be interpreted other than fixing yourself, so to speak, it could just be interpreted as going to cool yourself off. Therefore, Beis Hillel say there's no problem of making yourself pure on Shabbos, and the people themselves can go into the mikvah on Shabbos, which is Erev Yontif, but the utensils have to be done before Shabbos. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Rabbi.